Hi! Today I'm going to show you how I got my deep blue ink even darker as I demonstrate my clean and simple card using the Stampin' Up! Strength and Prayer stamp set. I'm so glad you're joining me today. Welcome to StampingSmiles.com. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 16 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand stamped smiles. My Strength and Prayers card is a no-layer card that is clean, simple, elegant, and quick to make. Here's a closer view of the Strength and Prayer stamp set. Isn't this dove beautiful? And the sample in the catalog, they have the dove fitting right in here, and I really like that. But I had a different vision in mind, and for my clean and simple card, we're going to start with Whisper White thick cardstock. And the Whisper White thick cardstock has the same finish that takes ink for beautiful stamped images as the Whisper White thick. It's just this is heavier and great for a card base. Okay, so whenever I'm stamping, I like to stamp on a flat surface. So let's go ahead and open that up. And we're going to start with the Crumb Cake Classic Stampin' Pad. Push, flip, and lock that lid into place. So I need a light color for my dove. And so the crumb cake is nice and light, but I wanted it full strength. I didn't want to stamp on scrap paper and then stamp it for a lighter version. I really want it to be as prominent as I can with a light color. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we're done with this. Go ahead and shut that and click. And so I'm going to use Night of Navy right over top of it. And I tried it and I thought, okay, I've got another solution. And that's embossing it because it's going to make it deeper. So before I do anything, I don't want any of the embossing powder sticking to this. And with the heat tool, I've told you, I've used this several times and said the first setting is for drying ink. So that's what we're going to do. I mean, I could just let it air dry, but I like to just keep moving. So there we go. We've got that all done. And so now when we go ahead and stamp and emboss, we don't have to worry about sticking to the dove. All right, so now let me get ready. I'm going to be using clear embossing powder, which is really cool that we can do that with the dye-based ink because they're water-based if you move quickly enough. So I'm getting all set up here. And so I've got the Night of Navy Classic Stampin' Pad. There we go. And let's ink up our words. But the Lord stood with me and gave me strength. So getting that good ink. I like to turn it over, make sure I've got great coverage, and I do. Okay. And so I want to get, because these words are small, but the, off of, I don't want those on the dove, but everything else to fit right over. And straight up and down. Isn't that great? Okay, so like I said, I need to move quickly. So I've got the clear embossing powder and just a paper plate to catch the embossing powder. This is going to make it a little bit deeper, and then with the shine stand out better against that crumb cake. Like I said, allowing me to keep, I think that's, every part of that is looking powdery, so very, very good. I don't have to work so quickly now. I just want to get the powder on there before it could dry. Okay, and so that's just clear. And so this is how I can emboss in color, in any color I want. So now I've put that heat tool on the second setting to melt the embossing powder. There we go. When you see it go from powdery to shiny, it's melted, and then you move on. You know, I was just talking with one of my stampers, and she said she doesn't have a Stamp-Up heat tool, and said her heat tool burns her cardstock before it even melts the embossing powder. Thought, oh, that's not good. I've never experienced that with a Stampin' Up! Heat tool. So if you're experiencing something like that, or it just takes a really long time for it to emboss, well, all heating tools are not created equally. You know, this is just a really good tool. Isn't that sharp? Look how deep that is compared to just stamped after we embossed it. So I really like this, but I thought it needs just a little something. And so I got out my Timeless Texture stamp set, and we're just going to use this little bit of splatter. Okay, so let's go ahead and open that back up and bring back our Crumb Cake Classic Stampin' Pad. Now, while I'm doing this, the Strength and Prayer stamp set, it's retiring from the 2016-2017 Stampin' Up! Catalog. So you'll want to get over to my online store and pick that up. It's guaranteed available through May 22nd, 2017, but once that gets here, they're while supplies last, or May 31st, 2017, it'll be discontinued. So I just stamped on my black cardstock here because I wanted to stamp off what we call some of the ink. And we're just going to add, so I wanted a lighter version. See how dark my dove is compared to that. And let's rotate it so it's not the same. There we go. And how about one more? Stamp off, and let's come over here. Isn't that pretty? Added a really nice touch to that, but subtle because we stamped it off. Hey, I've got the pad out, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of decorating inside. Come down here. There we go. And I did him full strength. And let's bring back that Night of Navy Classic Stampin' Pad. Push, flip, lock, right? And this stamp is also included in the set. I'm praying for you. So come over here. Oh, very, very nice. This is just a great encouragement card. Or I also thought it could work for a sympathy card. And I see that it's a little bit warped from the heating. Well, this is not a problem. We're just going to take the heat tool again and just put some heat to the back side. And that really helps take out that warp. And there we go. A clean, simple, elegant, and quick card with the Strength and Prayers stamp set. If you'd like to make my clean, simple, elegant, and quick to make Strength and Prayers card, all the supplies are listed under the video and available to order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. But remember, the Strength and Prayers stamp set, it's retiring and guaranteed available only through May 22nd, 2017. But retiring accessories from the 2016-2017 Stampin' Up! Catalog and the 2017 Stampin' Up! Occasions Catalog, they're available only while supplies last. So get your retiring order placed just as soon as possible in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.